G'day and welcome back to another episode of Our Australia Trip. In this episode, we pick back up in Western Australia's Warroora Station and head over to one of the most popular camps in the area. Stick around and we'll show you why this joint is ranked so highly on everyone's Ningaloo bucket list.
Made it to 14 Mile Beach, site 27, and these campsites along the beach here at 14 Mile would have to have some of the best campsite views in all of Australia, I reckon. I'm so glad that we ended up coming here because we weren't actually meant to. We were intending to just stay at Sandy Point the whole time we were at Warroora Station, but because it was a last minute decision to actually come to Warroora Station, all we could book was 4 nights at Sandy Point, and then that campground was fully booked out for the next few nights. So luckily we could snag a cancellation on a beachfront site here. While it looks empty at the moment, this place is booked this coming weekend, which is crazy because like it's the off season. It's currently March. The Ningaloo season doesn't even kick off properly until maybe end of April, then May, June, July is where it really gears up. So yeah, I cannot stress enough, if you are intending to come to the Ningaloo out of everywhere in Australia, this is where you have to book well in advance. We've got all of our campsites for the next few months booked, but it was just because we came up as a last minute thing. Holy dooly, these flies are so bad. Off-season perks, hey? But yeah, it's just because we came up so last minute that we didn't have bookings here. But yeah, if you want to come to places like this in its prime, you've either got to book 6 months in advance on the website when the sites open up, and even then you miss out. We missed out on the ones that we wanted, some of them for this year, but we ended up getting cancellations. So that's your other option, is to trawl that website every single day searching for cancellations, because they do pop up. It's just a pain in the bum because you really have to be on it. But if you're consistent with jumping on every day, looking at the sites you want, looking at the dates you want, if you're checking all the time, the cancellations will come up and you will get here. But yeah, if you want your pick of the bunch and you want to come on the exact dates that you want to come, then you've got to book in advance. But I mean, it makes sense because look at this. Anyway, the flies are atrocious because it's still blowing an easterly, but the wind's going to change soon. And then when it drops off, it's going to be hopefully a glass off, and we're going to head out on the boat. So we'll see you out there.
It's glassing off. How about we went diving earlier and we went fishing earlier, but the weather just did a complete 360 on us. It just went to crap. So we went out, we had no luck with anything, but it's come good this afternoon, and I think we have a fleeting moment, Patsy, where we can go and have a dive. Hopefully, I wanted to make crayfish nuggets, so hopefully there's a crayfish down there that's ready for the picking. But hey, it is. Even if we get nothing, we're still in bloody paradise. the wildest thing just happened to us on our way back from our dive. We're just putting along and we're just doing a turn, and all of a sudden I just feel something hit my back. I look behind me and no word of a lie is a squid out of the water, inking in mid-air.
And then it eats everywhere.
So wild. So we're going to try and catch him and have him as an afternoon snack. It's Patty. There you go. You may not be able to see it very well, but there's some remnants of the squid ink that just hit our boat. I can't believe it. Well, it's been an epic weekend so far here at 14 Mile Beach. 14 Mile Beach would have to be by far the most popular camp in Warroora Station, and it's not hard to see why. There is, however, some primo sites here if you want the beachfront experience. So basically from sites 14 to 28, you'll be able to park along the beach just like this and have this immediate ocean view. There are some smaller sites down there. I think sites 1 to 10, they are a little bit tighter. They are set back a little bit further off the beach and they are a bit more private. But seriously, if you want the ultimate 14 mile experience, these sites 14 to 28 are the ones to get. There are some in the back of the dunes, again, if you want protection from wind, but you have a pretty decent walk to the beach, and it's probably a fair bit hotter out there. So we actually intended on leaving everything hitched up here because we had the boat out and we didn't really think we were going to drive anywhere. But remembering back to last year, there's a pretty cool four-wheel drive track that goes from here all the way to Coral Bay through the station. So it is a station road. It's pretty soft sand. There's also a reef called Five Fingers Reef, which is about a 10k drive, and it's a really fun road all through the dunes and stuff. There's all different offshoot tracks. So we're gonna unhitch now, go out there, have some fun in the dunes, and go for a snorkel at Five Fingers Reef. So it'll be a bloody nice way to spend a Sunday afternoon. So let's get on with it. Well, I tell you what, this track does not disappoint. Having got that erosion, we actually went down that track last year and it almost bloody rolled into the bank. So mate, this is soft. Oh god, feels like we're about to roll.
It's fine.
It probably looks a whole lot better from the outside, but oh my god! I did not expect that going down there. So to see it even worse this year goes to show how much these tracks change over time. These sand dunes, even that one that we just punched up, it's really steep and it's got like a massive lip on it. So we just bottomed out on that sand dune when we popped our front wheels over it, and just lucky that I was on the go pedal and we didn't get stuck there. But yeah, it's a bit of fun throughout here and on our way to Coral Bay. So I'm glad we took the car option instead of the boat, because it's a blast. Here we are. The beauty of Five Fingers Reef is that you can just step into the water, no boat, no paddleboard, no nothing required, and you've got epic snorkeling, turtles, tropical fish, reef sharks, the whole lot. You can experience the Ningaloo by just walking 10 meters into the water, and I'm so glad that we made the effort to come out here with the car and drop the van off. Patsy's brought herself a little lunch there before you go snorkeling. Mate, looking fantastic.
I'm fueling up. And a beer.
Fueling up and a beer.
I'm snorkeling under the influence.
Lucky you. Don't snorkel under the influence. But yeah, so we're going to enjoy the afternoon here before heading back to camp, and doing a cook up on the beach while the sun goes down. I've got a good feeling about the sunset tonight, so let's go and enjoy it. Beep, beep, beep.
After a dragonfly plague and a stunning morning at camp, we were all packed up and ready to head north. A boat launch went a little wrong on the notoriously soft sand here, and after several failed max track recoveries and a heap of digging, we were able to provide an anchor point to winch off, which, considering how easy it come out, is what we should have tried first.
It's another beautiful day on the Ningaloo. I think I've said that every day for like the past 4 days, but we're actually heading out of 14 Mile Beach this morning. We're running a little bit late because the 14 Mile soft sand strikes again. We were a victim of it last year, and poor lad there trying to launch his boat just sunk down to the axles. So we're able to utilise the rated recovery points on the back of the zone to pull him out. So that was good to test the recovery gear out. That was their first little christening. So we're going to head out to the main highway. It's about half an hour out to the highway, so we'll be able to air up these Warroora station roads. They can be pretty corrugated, they can be pretty rough and ordinary depending on like the traffic and stuff, but this time of the year they're really good because there's not a lot of traffic out here. So we'll head out there, air up, get in the Exmouth, babe.
You!
We love Exmouth. How good's having 2 air compressors, Patsy? Light work.
Oh, I didn't even see that one go.
Yeah, I've got a juggle between them though.
cut in here to talk about the grocery situation, because we're currently mid restock at the moment, and it is a bit of a situation, the groceries on the Ningaloo coast, because the Ningaloo coast runs for about 300 kilometers. And even though it's so popular for people traveling, it is super remote. And to give you an idea on how remote it is, the nearest Coles or Woolies, if you're traveling from the south, is Caravan, which is about 4 hours south of here from where we are now in Exmouth. If you're coming from the north, the nearest Coles and Woolies is Caravan, which is about 6 hours away. And if you're coming from the west, there's a Coles at Tom Price, which is 7 or more hours away. So that just kind of gives you an idea on how remote we are here. Now there are two towns on the Ningaloo coast, Coral Bay and Exmouth, which both have grocery stores. The one at Coral Bay is really just due to its availability of stock and pricing. You only really want to go there if you've forgotten something or you've run out of something and urgently need it and can't wait until you go somewhere else, just because it's so expensive and they don't have a lot there. In Exmouth there are 2 IGAs and they're actually really great, but still very expensive, although considering how remote we are, they're pretty reasonably priced, but still you're gonna pay a lot more than what you're used to. Also, because we're so remote, it's not like the shelves are getting restocked every day. The food truck comes in once or twice a week, and if you get unlucky and go to do your shopping the day before the food truck comes, a lot of the shelves will be empty. So there's that to keep in mind as well. So a big tip is to just make sure that when you hit that last Woolies or Coles, depending on what direction you're coming from, just try and do a massive shop and stock up on as much as you can, like all your dry goods, snacks, even things like cheese that will last a while, but they're going to be so expensive here. Try and get as much as you can at that last major grocery store, so that when you're on the Ningaloo coast, you're only having to do smaller shops, and you really only want to be shopping in Exmouth anyway, which yeah, is kind of far away from a lot of the places too. But anyway, hopefully that gives you some insight into the grocery situation on the Ningaloo coast, but now we'll cut back to where we left you in the video.
Well, what an epic week that was at Warroora Station, and even though we are sad to be leaving, the vibes are so high because we're in Exmouth, baby! We are back.
Civilization.
So we're only in town for 2 days this time around while we do the massive cleanup, washing, shopping, and then we are heading back off grid for 2 weeks at the best camp on the Ningaloo coast. So we'll catch you then in the next episode.
Alright guys, thanks for watching so much, and if you liked it, give it a like, leave a comment, tell us what you're up to, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.